Again, so could you tell me your full name, please?
Okay, my full name is Min So O, and my English name is Paul, so you can call me Paul.
Okay, perfect. And are you working or are you a student?
I am working at Gangwon province right now as a vet, and I think that it's very fun to work as a vet because you can see a lot of cute animals there.
Nice. And what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
In my free time, I tend to work out and try to go to the gym every day. And I think that it makes me relieve my stress that I get from my work or etc. Yeah.
Yes. And now we're going to talk about text messages. So how often do you send text messages?
Well, I don't like text messages personally, but it's essential for like modern people these days. So I think I send text messages like about every 10 minutes. Yeah. I think I do it very often. Yeah.
Okay. And is sending messages popular in your country?
I think so. Yeah. I think everyone's crazy about sending messages in Korea because, these days, like young people prefer sending messages rather than calling or like speaking in person. So I think that it's kind of popular in Korea. Yeah.
And did you send more text messages when you were younger?
Yeah. As a child, I didn't prefer talking to the phone because I thought that the volume was too loud for me. So I preferred text messages back then. But now I'm thinking I'm getting used to calling people. Yeah.
Yes. And do you usually reply to messages as soon as you receive them?
I try to because I think that for me it's kind of a manner to respond when you can. And if you don't get the reply very quickly, I would think that there is something going on, or maybe like this person doesn't like me personally. So I try to give a reply as soon as I can.
Okay, lovely. Now let's talk about memory. So are you good at memorizing things?
Well, as a vet, I have to be because I have to remember every patient's names or their symptoms. But I think I'm not very good at that compared to other people. So I'm trying to. Yeah.
Yes. And have you ever forgotten something very important?
Well, when I was in college, I forgot that there was a test the next day, and so I just like turned off my every alarm and like woke up very late and found out that everyone in the class was looking for me and trying to call my phone. And that I think that was the most like biggest event that I got by forgetting something. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you need to remember in your daily life?
There are like numerous things that I have to remember, but I think that the important things are my schedule, and sometimes I think that it's important to remember like calling to your family. I think, yeah.
Nice one. And yes, how do you remember important things?
Well, I think that it's different for every person, but for me, I tend to write my own schedule planners before I do something the next day. I try to memorize it before I wake up. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, that'll do us for part 1 of the test. So now we'll go to part 2. I'll give you your question. Here we are. All right, so there's your question now, and you got a pencil there. So you can do some note taking here. I'll give you 1 minute to take your notes.
Okay.
All right, so you can begin now, Paul. All right, mate, that's 1 minute now. All right. Okay, so I will time you until 2 minutes, so I'll stop you at 2 minutes. All right.
All right.
So yeah, could you describe a difficult thing you did and succeeded?
I think that there are like many things that were difficult for me, but I think the biggest thing that I did in my life was trying to go to the college, and it was difficult because I've tried the national test for going to the college for 3 years, and it was just like a fight against myself because there was no one to compare with or compete with. I just had to win myself, and I think it was the hardest thing. And I think I couldn't have done it without the help from the people around me. For example, like my father took me to the academy every morning, and my mother took care of my conditions and like my meals and my diet. And I think that it was very critical for me to go to the college, and I think I couldn't have done it without them. And well, after I got to college, I was like very excited and very happy that I could go to college to the specific like degree that I wanted to go, and I think that was one of the biggest happiest memory in my life. Yeah, and that's all.
So okay, we're at 146 there now. Okay, so
okay.
that's cool. Nice. Okay, so getting into college was one of the happiest memories, yes? And do you enjoy challenges in your life?
Well, I think it's very exhausting for me to take a challenge, but I don't like try to flee against it because it's like a fight or flight response, and I prefer fighting rather than like fleeing from it.
Yes, okay, perfect. All right, let's go on to part 3 now. Let's keep it going. Okay. So, should people set goals for themselves?
Goals. I think it's a must for everyone. I think everybody has to set goals and keep pushing themselves to a certain limit. I think that you don't have to be very hard on yourself, but I think that you have to get this minimal push or the goal that makes you keep motivating. And I think it's essential for a human being to do that.
Yes. And why do some people not set any goals for themselves?
I think that it's because it's hard for them to make a living every day, because they're so difficult living day-to-day lives, so they don't set the goals for the future. So they just don't simply think about the future because they are so hard to live.
And why do you think people are facing these difficulties these days?
Well, I think that, I'm not very sure, so I can't tell about other countries, but I think that in Korea, we are getting this inflations or this economic decrease in our growth in economical value. So everybody's getting a hard time these days.
Yes, yes. And how would you define success?
Well, there are many means to value success, but I think the main thing is the physical thing. That I think that happiness, that one get from a success is the main thing. I'm not very I'm a person who likes money, but I think that economical value of success isn't 100% that you can define success.
Yes. And do you think can successful people sometimes feel lonely?
Yeah, I think so. I think that not all people who succeeded feel lonely, but I think that some people do because they get a gap from people around them when they make a great success, and other people might feel the gap between them and don't hang out with them and make them feel lonely. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And what kinds of success can students achieve at school?
Well, the one thing that comes to my mind is getting a good grade in school. It's the most basic thing that you can get from a school. And you get this repetition and respect from everyone around you if you get a good score in school as a student. And I think that's the one of the things that you can get success from school.
Yes. And do you think parents should reward their children if they achieve high grades at school?
Of course. As a human being, you have to feel that you are rewarded from a success. And if you get it, you can get your goals by yourself and motivate yourself through the goal, because you are sure that if you succeed, you'll get a reward. I think that you have to practice it when you were young.
Yes. Are there any negative sides to this, to children always receiving rewards?
Well, they can get too competitive and cheat on other people and cheat on the test. And I think that might be the side effect from trying to pushing your children to get their success. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That'll do us.